Welcome back. You're live on Expressive. Over the last few weeks, we've always discussed how much more the girl child can do in the world of technology and IT. My next guest is helping train plenty of young ladies who will be interested in pursuing a career in IT. And so this morning we'll discuss what the opportunities are for young ladies and young children who are female in the world of IT. Caesar A. Ashon is the founder and director of ITWomen Africa Foundation. Good morning, Caesar. How are you today? What's this ITWomen in Africa? What's this whole thing about?
Thank you very much. I'm saying good morning to your viewers. Good morning to they're like family to me. So yes, I have people that have been this for a year now, and nobody has brought an invoice to my table. So
it means Welcome back. We're addressing a little issue there, but we are back now to continue our discussion with Caesar. Caesar, you're telling me about how this group of people who form the ITWomen in Africa are a family. Continue from there.
So like I'm saying, yes, the family that I have, the team, these are very people with the heart to give back to society. And then together we've been doing some very good job and giving back to humanity in the last 1 year. ITWomen Africa is an ICT-oriented organization, purely non-profit. We align ourselves with the United Nations Sustainable Developmental Goals 5 and 9. That talks about women equality and then also for innovation and then digitization. So this is what the driving force that we use in running the organization. We give free digital skills to women, girls, and then young adults to be able to enhance their careers, boost their businesses, either to take up career-based ICT programs or digital skills. Because we don't want to preach that, okay, everyone has to be IT career-based person, but then whatever you do, you should have some amount of digital skills so
that should influence whatever you do. That's interesting. You're a man who is taking care of women. That's really wonderful. What's the main objective of this organization?
Yes, the main objective is to train women and girls in digital skills. I mean, when we look at the kind of evolution that the digital world is taking now, it's not just the face. It is something that has come to stay and will keep transforming. And then if we don't get ourselves abreast with it, we'll find ourselves in a situation where people will get lost and then they won't be able to do much. And then the women gender also happens to be the sector that, unfortunately, most of the time, we get to run ahead of them when it comes to positive things in the system. So and then the statistics in the world from some of these renowned institutions like McKinsey, World Economic Forum will tell you that women are lesser when it comes to participation in IT. So the motivation is to bridge that gap that has put in the women a bit lesser when it comes to the men and boys. So we just want to bridge the gap, not to set the men aside, but just to bring the women also a little bit up
and keep things apart. Yes. I can understand that. Tell me about your strides in the last 1 year. Have you been able to achieve some of these objectives?
Yes. In the last 1 year, we started off in July, but we officially started our training somewhere in October. So this August 2022, we've been able to train 345 women.
That's interesting.
In both career-based and then digital skills. Now the career-based are the ones that these individuals can utilize to build a career, probably in graphics or in, let's say, administrative, or let's say something in database. But the digital skills is where, irrespective already what you have, you could be a doctor, you could be an administrator, you could be an accountant, but you need some amount of digital skills to enhance you. I mean, the traditional system is we have to be able to embed the digital aspect. So together, we've been able to train this amount of this number of women and girls, and they come from various walks of life. We have some in Accra. People travel as far as Kumasi, Cape Coast, that's Central Region, or to this place to train. We're currently doing a project with the Ghana Beautician and Hairdressers Association, and then we're doing a nationwide activity for them, training them in digital skills, and then trying to set up ICT club also for some schools, because we want to make sure that we meet the women and girls at every angle. Yes, so they could be a change.
345 women and young ladies. Yes. It's a remarkable number.
Yes.
But do you know where your trainees are now? Do you know how well they're doing with the skills? Have you done any follow-ups on any of this?
Yes, we have. We're especially with the career base. We have some that are utilizing this and on a few firms for digital marketing. Some are into photography and stuff, and they're leveraging on the graphics as well to make sure that they use it very well. Some are administrative workers in various organizations, and then they are making use of this. And each and every day they come back to our social media platforms to give us reviews on what we've done for them. So I may not even mention all, but and if you get there, you could see these people are telling you what they have been able to gain from what we've.
That's interesting. Let me first ask you why you began this organization.
The whole motivation is that I found myself in a situation where, whether in school or past places of work, where women, anything we take, they walk up to you, they'll be like, "Oh, can you do this for me? Can you do that for me? Can you do this for me?" And then you see, the more you do this for people and then you don't train them, they become very vulnerable. Now we know everything is about digitalization and internet, and some of these ladies unfortunately get to be they become vulnerable when it comes to the usage of these tools and when they're on the internet. So it's better for them to know how to use these things themselves, these tools, so that they don't have to go to someone that will do this for me. I mean, a lady takes their phone or laptop to a tech guy, do this for me, and then the next minute you may never know. I mean, they unfortunately they find themselves in the wrongful places because they get some information from their systems. So if they are being empowered, they will be able to take charge of themselves and be able to do things on their own.
How often do you organize this training?
With a career base, currently our center at where we operate is Aquabinya, so that one is a walk-in that's one of the projects we are looking at doing, community centers where these women or girls can walk in freely.
Oh, that's interesting.
Yes.
So you already have a community center?
Yes, we have one from where we operate, yes. And then the digital skills, with the digital skills, it's like a workshop base. So that one we move, it's not on site, it's off site, so we move to them. So we find locations and we organize training, or maybe some of this women's group, they call us, and then we go and then train them. We give them sometimes 2 days training in these digital skills to cover certain necessary areas when it comes to.
So you have a first community center that's at Kwabenya.
Yes.
How is that going now?
It's going well. It's going because we have people working, and then we have a structure. So the times where we break, then we do the digital skills training, because that one we are able to meet a lot of women, and that is more or less like a workshop. So we make sure that they use it to enhance their training, their careers.
So what are the plans for other community centers? You make mention that you want to expand
yes.
this goal. Which other areas are you targeting? What are the plans to get that done?
Yes. What we do is purely non-profit. So at the moment we don't generate income. So it's our goal that as the world or society see what we are doing for humanity, we could probably have more stakeholders on board who partner with us to be able to set up some of these community centers across the nation, so that we will have other people. Because what we have here, like I said, someone had to travel all the way from Kumasi, another from Senyabruku in the central region. So if we have this scattered, we'll be able to have these women, nothing will prevent them, they will just walk in. And our focus is even outside of Accra, because we know Accra is always Accra. Most of the things always start here. So our goal is to move out there. So our doors are always open for stakeholders.
What do you need? What help do you need to continue to do what you're doing?
Okay, we're looking at everything possible, from logistics to funding itself. Logistics in terms of the equipment that we use. Computers, gadgets, cameras, projectors, all that. And then funding. We want to partner, with institutions. So if we have stakeholders that want to say, okay, let me fund a center, collaboration, or then we set it up. Or let me help you to continue what you're doing. Yes, we are looking forward for all that.
I'll give you the chance to speak to a future sponsor or a future stakeholder in what you run, which is an NGO. Who would you actually appeal to for support?
Yes, I want to talk to the GHOne. I want to talk to the Kenyan German Center. Because if you follow them, you realize that they have digital transformation project that is ongoing.
They embark on this kind of project.
Yes, so it's a language they already speak. Okay. So much easier when they come on board, and older ones that are also in the pipeline. Yes.
That's interesting. You plan to expand your centers.
Yes.
You've already trained 345 women in IT. You plan to push outside of Accra,
yes, please,
and in all of these efforts. That's interesting stuff. What would you say to young ladies and women watching the show who may be interested in IT, but have their reservations as to how they can begin?
Yes. So what I want to say to them is that ITWomen Africa, it's here to enhance women's skills and then their interest in ICT, because where we have gotten to is an evolution era where IT is not a passing phase. It's something that becomes part of us. Whatever you do, whether you're self-employed, whether you are an employee, a student, whatever it is, or personal enhancement, you need some bit of ICT skills. So if you want to study ICT skills, reach out to ITWomen Africa. We have the career base, and then we have the digital soft skills, which you just add to already what you're doing. So our doors are always open, and entirely everything is free. There's no hidden charges. I know sometimes people wonder.
No hidden charges. Yes. Everything is free.
Everything is free. Our social media reviews will tell you that everything is free.
It is completely free. How do you fund your activities now?
Yes, at the moment, it's in-house. It's a sole fund. We don't have external funding at the moment. So what we are capable of doing ourselves, that's what we put together and we run. So, like I said, that's what I was saying. A big thank you to the team I have, because everybody believes in what we are doing now, but we currently don't have external funding. But we hope that the world will see what we're doing.
For the people who would look for you in the Kwabenya area, where exactly can they find you?
Okay, so when you get to Kwabenya, KNUST campus junction, KNUST has an Accra campus. So the very junction that leads to the main campus, We are just about 200 meters walk from the junction.
Or from the, so they can find a center there. You could just walk in
you could just
and say, I want to train in something. And you just receive the people.
That's it.
Like that. Just like that.
That's it.
Sounds quite easy.
Yes. And it is, because we want to make sure that they enhance their skills and get themselves, up to speed with what is happening in the world now.
What are some of the specific projects you take at the center?
Okay, so we basically take the career base, where people who want to undertake programs in IT and then use it as career. Let's say some things in graphics, some things in programming, some things in database. That's one. And then we have the digital skills, like I said, that it's targeted at every kind of woman or girl. So currently, we are doing a project, like I said, with GABA, that's the Ghana Beautician and Hairdresser Association. They're already entrepreneurs.
Oh, you're doing a project with the Beautician Association?
Yes.
What are you teaching them?
We're basically teaching them some ICT tools in areas of, let's say, productivity. Because, as they are, it's not for the fact that they have the business, so they could work anytime they want, but they should be able to plan the itinerary for the day. So if you leave the traditional side, you should be able to use productivity tools to let you know that, okay, I have to be here in the next 1 hour. I have to meet a client. The client has a booking. The notification will signal you so you don't give stories.
So you're teaching them how to basically use their phones that they have already.
Yes, basically the digital
to schedule their lives.
Yes, and then a bit of finance tools and a bit of graphic tools as well, because these are people that they need to understand that with IT they could get themselves on the global front. And then we use this with that project is purely phones.
And just do things much better.
Much better.
If people want to reach out to ITWomen in Africa, what are the numbers to call?
Yes, our hotline is 050 233 1004.
That's a simple number. You have to mention it again.
Okay. 050 233 1004.
They can get free IT training.
IT training.
Totally free.
Totally free.
I wish you the best of luck, and also I hope that people will come in and support what you do.
Yes, we also
a lot of people need technology and IT, especially women.
Yep, sure.
So I like the fact that you're even delving into the informal sector, making these hairdressers, these petty traders understand how to use this thing. So it really works out. Caesar GHOne, congratulations on everything you do for the city and for Mother Ghana, and I hope that you get more support as you continue. So thanks for coming to our show today.
Thank you very much.
Well, Caesar actually found me on Instagram. I keep telling everybody that Instagram works, okay? Just don't say hi and walk. We spoke about this yesterday. Don't say hello and walk away. You never get an answer from me, for sure. If you introduce yourself and tell me about your project, I'm compelled to take a few minutes to look at your project and give you an opportunity to reach a wider audience. Hello and hi is never enough. Introduce yourself. From yesterday, let's bring it back. Introduce yourself. After the break, Jackie and I do some celebrations. Just a little happy chit chats like we always do on the stage. Stay tuned. You're live on Expressive.